दिखेगा। Yes. So, hello everyone. Yes,
Yes, hi.
Najma, we are live.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Hello. Welcome to today's live stream. I'm glad that you could join me. We will be talking about the working professionals who are doing great work but still not getting ahead in their career. So I'm excited to share some useful insights with you. Feel free to drop your questions in the chat as we go along. Okay. Yes, and today we have our own coach. I am Najma Sharif from Bangalore, and she is Jyoti Pandey. She is my business partner. And we both work in collaboration to bring elevation in the working professionals' career and as well as in their mindset. So, transformation, we have observed a lot of transformation in career people where they have got the desired growth within just 3 months after working and collaborating with us. So, yes, over to you, Jyoti, and give some insights on this wonderful topic where most of the professionals are finding it really difficult and they are facing this challenge.
Yes, before that, Najma, thank you so much everyone who is watching us live and to the ones who will be watching us later on. So before that, I would like to give a brief introduction about myself. By education, I'm a lawyer. I practiced for 5 years in Calcutta High Court. Then I relocated to Mumbai. I worked for 15 years in top US MNCs, entire night shift. Now, there I understood this is not the ideal life that I would like to live. So we invested healthy amount of money understanding how the human brain works, how your mindset impacts each and every area of your life, why we are stuck in patterns and why it is important for us to break the patterns which is not serving us. So we got accredited with ICF. After that, we did neuro linguistic programming, NLP, and then self hypnosis. After doing all these things, we understood that this is the niche that we would like to work upon because our mess is our message. So here we are on a beautiful life, which is about doing great work, but still not getting ahead. So any one of you, if you have any questions, this is live. Please feel free to drop your questions in the chat box and we'll be glad to address. Now, the first thing that I would like to ask you is, how many of you may have feel that you are doing everything right, but growth has slowed? We all are experts in the job that we are. We have all the technical knowledge in the universe, but we are not able to move forward. The question is why? So, yes, Najma, would you like to share some insights on this?
Yes, it also depends that once the working professionals get a job, they become too excited. And after a certain point, they stop working on themselves, building new skills. They become what we call it as comfort zone. So if you are such professional who is working and think that this company is always there for me and there will be no changing of companies or upskilling themselves, that is where they get stuck.
Yes.
That's pretty
And
much.
one thing is, the job professionals don't understand the importance of LinkedIn. Right now, approximately 85% of job professionals who are already in job, they are looking to shift from this company, that company, this industry or that industry. And at the same time, approximately 82% of that hiring is being done on LinkedIn. What after talking to so many professionals, what we figured out is most people are on job portals. Now we need to understand only 5 to 10% of the jobs are sent to the job portals. The rest all the hiring is being done on LinkedIn through your networking. How are you channelizing your energy? Are you able to create that visibility and positioning for what you're doing right now? So it is very important for you to understand the importance of this beautiful platform, which is called LinkedIn. Yes, Najma, let's get started with LinkedIn.
Yes. Thank you, Jyoti, for highlighting the importance of LinkedIn. I would like to add to it that l- people think that they know everything about LinkedIn. Updating their photo and banner and headline is not enough. There is so many things that you need to work on it. LinkedIn is your digital resume. It works like a landing page. It works even when you are asleep. So there are people who are watching you. Even when you send your resume to any of the job, the first thing recruiter will do is visit your profile, check your LinkedIn. If it is not optimized or there is nothing to check on LinkedIn, they will reject your resume. So LinkedIn is that powerful. So utilize that power to your benefit and update your LinkedIn profiles, work on the LinkedIn, build the network that you want to connect with professionals where you get the right opportunities. So instead of going as a job seekers, go as a person who add value. Showcase your skills on the platform so that your work get highlighted. People get to know you even before you join them. So
Correct. So it
what
is very
professionals?
important
Yes.
to look at the right place. If you are not at the right place, definitely you're missing the train. You're not able to reach the right designation. Now, we have been talking to a lot of professionals since last 7 years, and they are sitting in the comfort zone, no growth, no opportunity, but then only thing that they're relying is at least I have a job. That's a good thing. You should be grateful that in today's market, at least you have a job. But what is the harm in creating that visibility and that positioning till the time you have this job? What is the
Yes.
harm of creating your own networking? That is really important.
Yes, many professionals assume that to add to that point, at least I have a job. What they think is this is the last company that they have enrolled for. If I work hard, I will get noticed. This is the statement that they give to themselves. Whereas reality is extremely opposite. Work is not visible, it is often undervalued. Okay. So promotions don't just come from the effort, it is coming from the perceived impact. So decision makers notice your communication, your visibility, okay, not just executions. So you tell me, how are you putting your impact on getting the visibility? Do your managers know that what you are capable of? Have you highlighted anything, any work achievements on the LinkedIn profile?
Correct. And most
Because
people in today's
yes.
day are always scared of not letting the manager know that we are looking for opportunities. And that is the best thing that we say. You don't need to put open to work, because open to work for me personally looks like we are begging. We are beggars in the market that we are looking for job. And that's exactly what we have realized. People start, the decision makers or the HR directors or the HR start ghosting you, because the moment you drop a message in their inbox, they are like, definitely, this person is gonna asking me for the job, right? So that is the reason, that is one of the reasons. So what you need to do is, first is you need to optimize your profile at its core as per the latest algorithm with the LinkedIn changes. And then it is very important for you to understand what is the importance of recommendation. Because if people in your circle, in your group are not, if someone coming from outside and if they see that you have 8 recommendation, 10 recommendation, 20 recommendation, you are more likely to be visible to the decision makers. And when they visit your profile, they will be like, okay, yes, this person is recommended by people inside their community, so definitely they can add value to my system as well, or my organization as well.
Yes. Yes, definitely. Most of the talented people hesitate to speak about their achievements. So I say that self-promotion is not that bragging. You're not bragging about yourself, it is professional communication. If you don't communicate your value, then how will others assume? So will people get to know without you telling them? So how often do you actively share your achievements, and or are you still waiting for that recognition to just come magically to you? Nothing happens like that.
Mhm.
So you have to work for it. If you do not take action, then you do not expect any promotion or any job opportunities. So
And
what
one
is
thing
stopping
also
you?
we have analyzed that after graduation, we do not add any skills, any value, or anything to our resume. The last thing we did was the BCom, MCom, or whatever professional degrees that you have done. Few people have done MBAs, and that is the professional degree that we are adding. But apart from that, are you doing any courses under Coursera, Udemy, or any sessions that you may have joined, right? So if you're not learning, that means you are getting stagnant. You're reaching a position wherein you will not be in a position to ask for that growth. All you can do is get that resentment built in your head that this manager is biased, or this leader is biased, this HOD is biased, this HO is biased. No one is biased. You need to understand there may be 5-10% people like that, but you also have to showcase your value. What are you learning? First is learning, and then implementing, and then expecting something. If you're not learning, you're not implementing, how the in the world can you expect that you will be getting that recognition, that designation, that remuneration? It doesn't happen like that. So first thing is, for growth, learning is really important. People are so sure to buy that life insurance, which is for unseen situation. But when we talk about investing in their own mindset, investing in their own self to learn something, to understand, people are really hesitant. And we have been seeing this from last 3-4 years. There are professionals here on LinkedIn who are at a particular salary, and all they are relying on is that 8%, 13%, 15%, 18%, whatever lollipops, we call it lollipop, that the company is giving you. That is the only thing that you're doing. So understand, you don't have to wait for a calamity to happen in your life. What if you are well prepared, like last month itself, last week itself, what happened with Oracle, right? 20,000 to 30,000 people overnight don't know. They were planning to go to office, and 6:30 in the morning, they got this message that everything is gone. Now, what are you planning for disaster? Are you planning for that particular situation? God forbid, it should not happen to anyone. But what if it happens? Are you really prepared for that? So, a question that you should be asking yourself, so that that will give you that peace of mind, that will give you that sleepy nights wherein you can sleep at your comfort, that yes, you have a great network of people, and at any point in time within 10 to 15 days or 30 days, you will be able to leverage that. That is really important. So at the
Yes.
same time, yes, Najma, just one thing. Yes, hello everyone who all have joined us on this live. Hi Divya, hi Pinaki. Thank you so much for joining. Yes, Najma, go ahead.
Yes, yes, rightly told, Jyoti. It is about you. We have to prepare ourselves for unforeseen situation because bills don't wait. Your children has you have to pay for their education. Their education cannot wait. So you have to have a job at any point of time. You cannot overnight be without job. So you need that money, you need that next paycheck to resolve all your financial constraints, the EMIs, the home loan, the car loan that you have taken. So it is so unfortunate people get overnight layoffs. So how are you prepared for these unforeseen situations? It is, see, what I say is career growth is not just about skills, it is also about connections. So now all you have to do is build your connections while you are in the job, so that once you are, do not wait for that situation to happen to you. Just be exploring the opportunities. If the right opportunity lands at your place, definitely take it up. However, what we say is don't wait for to become thirsty and then dig up a well. You have to dig the well in advance, so that when you feel thirsty, you have the water available for you. So that is
Mhm.
the one of the things, and opportunities often come through people. It is not just performances, and internal visibility also matters as much as the external visibility. So showcase your skills internally to people that you are the skilled person that they cannot afford to lay off.
Mhm.
So you have to highlight your proficiency in such way that you are non-negotiable. That is
Yeah.
definitely AI is taking over. However, see to that you are skilled enough
Mhm.
to at least compete, give a competition to that. So when was the
So,
last time you build a new professional connection is I would like to ask. And do leaders in your company know who you are and what is the expertise that you carry? Are you aware of it? So
Yeah.
anyone would like to highlight any of your statements, we would love to hear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So one thing that Najma highlighted is people are looking for jobs. You do not have to look for job. You have to position yourself in such a way that you come up as an industry expert. You are visible, you are creating your positioning, and that's what we help you with. We help you understand who you are, how can you position yourself so that the right profile goes to the decision makers. Now, also you have to understand it is not only you who are struggling for job, whoever is looking for a change and they're not getting the job. It is not only you who are looking for job, even the recruiters, even the organizations are looking for professionals like you. But just that you are a part of the herd. You are thinking that all of a sudden the miracle will come and you will be given that offer letter. It doesn't work like that. You know what we follow is you don't get what you want, you get who you are. So first is, if you are operating at an energy of 2 or a 3, you have to take yourself to a 8 or a 9, and that's where all the miracles happen. So in order for miracle to happen, as we say, you the cow doesn't give milk, you need to get the
Milk.
milk out of the
Yes.
cow, right? So
Yes.
that's what is happening here. You have to just throw yourself in the market, in the open market, and let the right people get connected to you, and that's how you build your credibility.
Yes. To add to it, actually, this is a mindset and confidence gap. What we observe is it is the biggest blocker is not the external, it is the internal.
Mhm.
Because many professionals underestimate their value and confidence affects how other perceives them. Okay. So this is
Mhm.
how the mindset you just now mentioned that if you are dwelling at the 2 or a 3 in your mediocrity, you have to elevate yourself at 8 or a 9. How will that happen? Until unless you work on your mindset that yes, I am skillable and I am employable. Companies are there that need me, or the existing company where I work in need me.
Mhm.
Without me, there is certain things that cannot progress. So
Mhm.
feel your absence felt.
Yeah.
Make
So a
sure
lot of, yeah, a
your
lot of
presence.
professionals.
Yes.
Sorry about it. Completely.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So there are a lot of professionals we meet who already have spent 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, and there are someone who have been, we coached a person who has already spent 21 years at a company, at an organization, and she started thinking that this company is her own, and she started working with this organization immediately after she got graduated. And the company is thinking the same way, trust me. And that's how the company, the organization starts taking you for granted. They are giving all the goodies, remuneration, compensation to the ones whom they are getting from market, but to the ones who are really loyal, really faithful, they are not getting that goodies, right? So if you're thinking that you are an asset, you may be wrong. You are just sulking in your own mediocrity. And if the statement is coming from an organization, it will come in the form of remuneration or compensation. It will not come that, okay, fine, you are a very honorable person, or you are a very you are adding a lot of value to my organization. However, we cannot help you with the remuneration or the compensation or the designation. It doesn't work like that, right? So if you are thinking it is, maybe it is just in your mind, just have an honest conversation with these people. So if you are someone who is at one designation for 5 years, 7 years, 11 years in one organization, it is right time to ask yourself, what is that one thing? Why am I not growing? Stand in front of the mirror, and trust me, when you start asking that question, the answer will come from inside, and you will get the answers one by one. What have you done to claim that remuneration? What have you done to claim that designation? What have you done so that the boss will not be biased for someone else? Definitely. What we are doing, that's a question needs to be asked to ourselves, not to anyone else.
I think here the working professionals are confusing loyalty with growth. Okay.
Mhm.
So staying loyal to the company doesn't guarantee the growth. Companies only reward value. It is not just the tenure.
Mhm.
And sometimes growth requires new roles, new teams, or even organizations.
Correct.
So, are you sticking to that company only because you are growing or not just because you're comfortable? You have to ponder on this question. Whether am I skillable enough that I can get ahead and get a new job in a different company, or am I being valued in this present organization where my consistent growth is taken care of?
Correct.
Yes.
So, to give you guys just a heads up, first thing is you don't get an offer letter all of a sudden. You have to prepare for it. In order to prepare for an interview, you have to be mentally and physically be alert. So, first is so there are certain steps that you all can follow in case you are looking for a job. In order to get a job, you have to start attracting, start being present, start being visible, start positioning yourself in the correct way. So first is optimizing your LinkedIn profile. If not us, definitely there are a lot of people or coaches, consultants, digital marketers there out there who can help you optimize your LinkedIn. You think that your picture is looking good, your banner is looking good, so it is professional. It is not so, for sure, right? There are certain technical aspects that we who have been there, done that, we already know. And if you would like to consult, definitely you know our LinkedIn and all the social media. My website is coachjyoti.com, so you can send an inquiry over there as well. At the same time, so the first is your LinkedIn optimization. Then you have to get into a habit of creating content, because how LinkedIn works is first you create content and then the content is sent out to your first degree. If they start engaging, liking, sharing, that's when it is sent to the second degree and the third degree connection. So that's how you create your own visibility and your positioning. The third thing is you need to get into networking. So look for what are the companies that you would like to work for, and accordingly, you need to build connection with the decision makers. Now, asking for a job is not someone is looking for. See, there are three steps. Someone should know you, then someone should like you, and then someone can trust you. So this know, like, trust is something that needs effort. And if you are not able to do these steps on your own, that's where we stand, right? So we are always there to help you on this journey of transformation, of helping you look at what your dream job was and now it is yours. That's what we do.
Yes.
Yes, Nancy.
So, yes, thank you, Jyoti, for elaborating in detail what are the steps for LinkedIn optimization. After that, LinkedIn we can consider as the first step. Then the second step, what now the companies are connecting with you, the HRs are contacting you. The next step is build your communication confidence. How well you project yourself, the presentation in front of the HR. So you cannot go as a fresher in the interview and just blabber something. So there is certain frameworks for each question. When you want to highlight your previous achievements, how will you highlight? How will you concisely tell that person in a crisp manner that they will understand how you are skillable, or what skills were implied when you solved any issues in your previous organization, or what were your achievements? How do you put into your framework? And the favorite question, tell me about yourself question. How well versed are you to answer that question? Your profile is shining. Your LinkedIn is shining now. The next step is build that confidence and communication and presentation to be able to present. Then these two are the combination. The LinkedIn profile and the presentation at the interview will get you the heads up for a new role, for the new opportunity, and on a higher package. You cannot go as a job seeker. You have to go as a problem solvers. You have
Yes.
to showcase your skills in a way that what is the problem
Mhm.
that you with your skills you can solve, or what are the growth opportunities that you are looking for.
Mhm.
Okay, that is
Correct.
how your mission and vision should align with the organization's mission and vision. So there is a strategy how you present yourself. So if you want to get to know more about it, we are open.
Mhm.
We always help people to get ahead with
Ahead.
their questions. And
Mhm.
also we will help them how they can present themselves in the interview, as well as to optimize the LinkedIn profile. If you are
Correct.
someone who is looking for this, we are here to help you.
Correct. So to add to this, it is really important when we get call from the junior HR, and then automatically the call gets scheduled. Your interview first round or the second round gets scheduled. That's when people start getting panicked, right? What will I say? How will it go? Oh my God, all those butterflies in your stomach and your head, everything starts. So, what if you can reduce anxiety? Is normal, it is human, but at the same time, preparation makes a lot of sense. And that's what we do. We help you, we give you the 60, 70 questions. Interview is for soft skill based questions. Understand that you may be good technically. However, you do not know how to frame this particular question. Even the simple question, what Najma highlighted, tell me something about yourself. That is the deciding question whether you are in this organization or not. All the other questions help you, will help the decision maker to decide whether, if not this department, maybe that department. But this question, if you are able to give a clear understanding of what you can do, how can you add value to the growth of this organization, automatically you're through. So it doesn't happen overnight. As I said, you don't get what you want, you get who you are. So first be ready to taste that success. Be ready. So when you do the mock practice with us, automatically we make you so ready that even if someone wakes you up at 3 a.m. in the morning, you will be able to deliver with the same smile on your face, without getting that panic attack or without getting into anxiety and leaving everything. This is important. Oh my God, if I'll not clear this, I will not have a job. What if this is the package which is 30% or 50% higher? You will take it as a flow. Yes, this is something. All I can do is all I can do. Make sure I do all I can do. This is the statement that you should always remember. And that's how you create a lot of transformation. Yes, Nashma.
Yes, yes. Apart from this, the major highlight is the mindset shift. So if you think like an employee who completes the task, then you have to change that mindset of being an employee and start thinking like professionals who create impact. You are very professional in your work, that you bring an impact with your skills. So that is how your approach should be. It is not that, okay, you give me work, I'll do the work, you give me salary, I'll go and take care of my bills. That doesn't happen. Maybe it happens in the junior level. Once you grow at a senior level, at a position where it is mandate that you handle a team, you show your leadership skills. That
Mhm.
time you have to show, become that professional. So you are
Mhm.
not just paid for what you do, you are rewarded for how your work influences the outcome. And also hard work can be your foundation. Strategic thinking is your accelerator. So once you start doing all this strategically, that is when you highlight yourself as that personality where people start appreciating and getting to notice you, that yes, this person is the one who is going to stay no matter what is the situation. And
Mhm.
showcase that other companies are wanting you, so that your present company retains you. Yes.
Yes,
So if you
correct.
don't tell your story, someone else will, and they will get highlighted. Okay. So talking about your work is not, ego. It is a responsibility. You have to highlight your work. You highlight your achievements and opportunities. So
Mhm.
visibility is the one. It is not being showing off. It is how you show up.
Yeah,
So
correct.
change that mindset, have that mindset shift now, right now, and stop dwelling in your mediocrity, stop chasing jobs, and become that professionals where people start chasing you
Mhm.
to be a part
So
of their
there's a lot of
organization.
misconception in the market that I have this MBA degree, I have this fancy degree, I am doing courses. People suggested me that right now you are in programming or testing or XYZ, then acquire all these degrees. Now, where skill plays an important part, but it is not 100%. Right? Your willingness to work, your attitude, your behavior, your presence. We say that your physiology determines your psychology and not the other way around. So if you're not taking any action, if you're not doing all these things correctly, then it doesn't make any sense to you. Even you may have a lot of degrees, but you have also noticed that someone who is not as educated like you, do not have that much degree, but who is the senior to you, who is ordering you or bossing you that you should be doing these things now and this and that, right? So we have to always keep it in mind that we are getting hired not on the basis of only skill. It is on the basis of four things. I would like you all to make a note of it. So it is first is your willingness. If you are willing, definitely you have done all these steps correctly, and that shows that you are willingness, right? And the second thing is your values. What are the value system? If you're doing your homework before getting on an interview call with someone, with the HR, if you know everything or at least something about this organization that you're appearing for. The third thing is your results. Will you be able to deliver the roles and responsibilities? What is the expectation of this organization? That is the reality check that happens during an interview. And then comes your skills. So that is the only reason why there's so many people who are, if you see on LinkedIn, there is a tab called Easy Apply. Now understand this thing, if it is easy for you, it is easy for 2,000, 5,000 people sitting out there. So why will they not apply and they will not click that easy apply button, right? So everyone is doing the easy thing, and that is the reason you're not getting the result. You have to do things in a different way. Instead of your red ocean wherein everyone is looking for job on job portals, on easy apply, you have to create your own blue ocean. You have to create that networking group so that these people will become the flag bearers, right? And they will help you be visible. So there are a lot of people who already know you, who are sitting in your phone book, in your contact list. But the point is, they don't know whether you are frustrated, irritated, don't want to work with this current organization, and you are looking for a change. How will you tell them without actually telling them? Through your content, through what is happening to you day in and day out. And that's what we teach. We help you understand the content strategy, be vulnerable, share your day-to-day experiences, not blaming or highlighting any organization, but what you are going through right now. How are you feeling? What is the true reality? Right? It's not a blame game and not playing the victim card, but at the same time, if it is hurting you, maybe you're not taking action because it is not hurting you that enough. It has to hurt you that much so that you come out of your comfort zone and you start performing and you start looking for something. Correct. Yes,
Yes.
Najma, you're waiting for something.
Yes. Actually, the growth opportunities, the growth and the opportunities that we will get is not just because we are capable. So it is always go to the most visible and trusted. So if you are not visible on LinkedIn, then you are not showcasing enough to get that job. So even though you are most skillable person for that role, since you are not visible, it will go to the person who is less skilled but highly visible and trusted. So your next role is not just earned, it is how you position yourself. So you don't just get promoted for the potential, you will get promoted because of your perceived readiness. So be ready, show up, show up on LinkedIn through your content, through your share your stories, be whatever it is in the work, whatever you have achieved or the challenges you have faced, just make a post out of it and put it up so that people get to know you, they see you, and whenever there is an opportunity, they will reach out to you. You are not even asking, you are sitting there highlighting your skills and attracting the right opportunities. So don't just be invisible and indispensable at the same time. So, so work hard. However, don't hide your work. So be known for your value, not just for your efforts. And also, silence doesn't scale your career. It is the visibility which does. So be visible on LinkedIn. The more we say, the greater the impact it will create.
The
Yes.
problem with most of the 95%, I can say, of job professionals are they think that they know everything, and that is the problem.
Mhm.
They think that they know everything, they learn from here and there, and they try combining the pieces, and they think one day they're motivated, and after 2 3 days the motivation goes down. You are again to the same zone where you started. So motivation lasts only for 3 to 4 days. What actually matters is your momentum. If you want it, you will do everything to get it. And you need to understand whatever you know took you to this level. Now you need to seek some sort of help, so that will take you to the another level, to the next level. So don't restrict yourself from reaching out to someone or the other. But yes, if you have invested enough, 4 months, 6 months, or 1 year, it is high time for you to understand enough is enough. And you have to reach out to someone, seek some sort of assistance. There are a lot of coaches on LinkedIn. There are a lot of people who can help you, even your known ones. So reach out to something, but take some steps. Maybe alone you are not able to do. With a proper hand holding, with proper speed, with proper implementation, you will be able to expedite the journey towards your next job or towards your dream job. That is something that is really important. Mhm.
Another one great thing, maybe they are not highlighting the content is because they find it difficult because of time constraint. So there is an option there where you can schedule your content. You need not sit every day with your busy
Correct.
schedule. Just one day, maybe on your Saturday, on your weekend, you can just sit for half an hour to 1 hour, schedule all the posts for the next 1 month, and
Yeah.
just free yourself. So
Mhm.
in case if you want to showcase more or share more, the day-to-day experiences, again, you can spend only 5-10 minutes and get it done. So most your work will be get
Mhm.
done once you schedule your posts and make a content strategy, content calendar. It will be more effective in that way. Structure.
Correct, rightly highlighted. There has to be a strategy, not out
Yes.
of fluke. So if you're doing something one day and 10 days, you're taking your own sweet time, that honeymoon, watching Netflix, Amazon, and every other XYZ channels, do spend time. However, understand what is the priority. If it is not the priority, Netflix is the priority, please do. Go ahead. Spend all the time in the universe on those channels or those social media. But if this is priority, you cannot negate the fact that these are the steps that you have to do. You have to prepare for that interview, which so far has not appeared. But once you are ready, so we used to say initially, once the coach is ready, the coachee appears. And once we stepped in, informed the market or the media that yes, we are coaches, automatically we started getting interacted by a lot of people out there who wanted to seek help or who wanted to grow. So all you need to do is be intentional. The problem is everyone is interested to get that next job, to get that next. Everyone is interested to get more money. But what you have to do is you have to be invested, not interested. If I'm interested, I will do this thing at my comfort when I have done everything else, whatever is the priority. But if this is the priority, you will be invested. You will do everything in order to get this moving. All you need to do is create momentum and be invested in your success. Give it a deadline that by this date, these are the steps, these are the structure, this is how I will be scheduling my time: 30 minutes morning, 15 minutes this, 10 minutes there, here and there. And that's how you will be consistent for next 30 days. And if you are consistent for next 30 days, oh my God, no one can stop that great miracle to not to happen. That is how it
Yes.
works.
Yes, yes. So let me say this clearly, your career doesn't grow because you're good at your job. It grows when people see your value, trust your impact, and can't ignore your presence. So the real question is, are you working hard or are you making your work visible and speak for yourself? Are you showcasing in the right place at the right time?
So that
So
is the
this,
problem. Everyone is thinking that they are working hard. And what the manager or the supervisor is thinking that they are hardly working. So there are two narratives that is going on at the same time, at the same place, in the same organization. You are working hard and he's thinking he's hardly working, because all you're doing is your BAU, that is business as usual. If you will do business as usual, you are already getting paid, which is salary as usual. Then it compensates both the things at the same time. So you need to understand, just get out of that couch, get out of your comfort zone, and start understanding how these small things creates a lot of impact to your career. It can. So there is there is a person who is at 67 lakhs package, and how within 2 months or 3 months this person can go to 76 lakhs, while from 11 years he was sitting at that particular salary. This can happen if you are serious about what actually you want. Actually, you guys don't want to, or you don't know what you want, and that is the real misery or tragedy, you can say. We have to be very sure that I am at this position. If this month I earn this amount of money, next month I'll be making this amount of money with these many clients. So you will have to create a strategy for yourself, and that's how universe starts conspiring in your favor, looking at your actions. That's it. So all you need to do is be consistent in taking action, create that momentum, and see that great things starts appearing your way.
Yes. To answer to this, maybe the working professionals think that if they are on a 25 or a 30 LPA, they are wanting to get a higher package to reach out to 40 to 50 package. However, they think that can I get it, or
A lot of doubt.
I want to get it is a
Mhm.
different thing, and will I get it is the another question.
A lot
So
of introspection is required. Only because the grass is greener on the other side doesn't make you qualify to eat that grass. Maybe any of your friends who have completed the MBA from the same college, same university, they are getting that. You are not getting that now. Looking at him, you are feeling envious, but you don't know what is the back end work that this person has already done. What are the efforts that this person has put in the last organization, last to last organization, or anywhere whatsoever. So the best thing is, instead of comparing ourselves to others, the only thing that you can do is start introspecting, ask the right question. And that's how we coaches come into picture. We ask the right questions. And that will create a trigger inside your brain that, oh my God, am I actually asking the right thing? Am I asking the right question? And that's how a lot of transformation happens when you are really intentional about what exactly you want. So you're doing great work, but not getting ahead. The problem lies with yourself and not to the outside world.
yes. Yes. So starting today, I want you to do three major things. One is track your achievements, track about your, no, talk about your impact, and show up where decisions are made. Because growth just doesn't come from doing more, it comes from being seen more. So these three things, if you implement, you don't
Mhm.
just let your hard work stay hidden. Because in your career, it is not just about the value, it is about being recognized as valuable. So
Mhm.
showcase your skills, highlight yourself, and then the work itself will speak for you. It is not
Awesome.
waiting for the validation, for someone to notice you. You have to highlight yourself. In today's day and age, where there is so much competition, so much of stiff, you know,
Mhm.
cutthroat things,
Competition.
you have to, yes, it is very competitive, and it now you are not just competing with your peers or humans. You're competing with AI now. So
Mhm.
you have to showcase the skills that surpasses that AI, and you are getting that opportunity and scaling yourself and getting that package.
Awesome. So we started this year 2026 on 15th of April. Today is Vishu as well. So this is an auspicious day for us to start getting on these LinkedIn and YouTube lives. And we will be talking about only about the career, the job professionals. How can you get better? Any one of you wants to discuss or want to get any idea on any particular topic, please feel free. We will be putting our LinkedIn and YouTube as well as our website details in the description section. So please reach out if you would like to understand, be a part of, or ask questions. You are really free. We will be coming twice a week on these lives, Tuesdays and Fridays at the same time. So if there is anything, please feel free. And thank you so much for joining today. And whoever will be watching later on, thank you so much well in advance. Yes, Najma, a closing statement.
Thank you so much. Thank you all for spending your time with us today. I hope this session gave you that new perspective on your career growth. Remember, you are doing a great work. Now it is time to make sure the world sees it. So take care and stay consistent.